Good day, TNT. Good day, good day. Another beautiful day. Another blessed day. Every day the Lord Father gives is a blessed day. Good, bad, or indifferent. You're lucky to have it. Because He give we, and He had to give we. So take a second out with you and show some gratitude. And give thanks. Because we see another day. Anyway, this one gonna be different. We'll talk about Venezuela a little bit. We're gonna talk about Venezuela a little bit, huh? But this is the bigger picture. This is the economic state of the world right now. This is the heart of the whole problem. You could have every war in the world, but like I tell all you, war costs money. And the art of war says prolonged war will financially destroy a nation and all others around it. Every country that went to war, and there was a country caught in the middle, that country was destroyed financially. And given the fragile economic state of Trinidad and Tobago and the dotish government, this is something all you really need to pay attention to. Now, let me talk, family. Let me talk. You hear me in the background there? Torn in my side. I want to kill that thing so bad there. Every morning I wake up and I say, "You go dead today. You go dead today." And then he starts. Every morning, all day long, that thing is like a blasted bad car alarm. Like my neighbor across the street there, so with that kiss me ass Hilux every time. Father, you walk by and fart, the car go off. And all night going off, all day it going off. That is this blasted goose here. He blind, he old, he have gout, arthritis, high blood pressure, diabetes. May know what else that thing have, eh? But and he's still alive, you know. The world go end, the only thing go be left is he, cockroach, and the autistic Avengers. Anyway, Panchito's still alive. So let me talk. Now, had real stuff to do yesterday. Helping my wife with laundry and thing, and all you know we have washing machine and thing. What a hand wash all them thing, yeah. So we do laundry and thing. Clean up the house, straighten up everything, you know. Clean house. So doing that and fixing up, and while I doing what I do, I'm listening to economists. And I'm listening to military experts. I'm listening to statistics. And I'm paying attention. Now, Miss Coffee Dong. And the Human Lighthouse Bat Signal Sober as all you listen. Listen carefully, yeah? Oh, and get the economic wizard. Tanko, and you're welcome to come and listen to with he dotish ass. Listen to this one. The past 5 days, the stock market in the United States lost over $2 trillion. Within 5 days. Yesterday alone, the crypto market was decimated. Just the crypto market. Some currencies dropped down to next to nothing. destroy the crypto market. There are more and more massive corporations filing bankruptcy. Can't stay afloat. 7-Eleven lost so much money. They shut down all 700 locations across Canada. Shut it down. General Motors losing so much money. They shut down the plant in Ontario, Canada. Shut it down. They're losing money. Massive part of the company is on the verge of bankruptcy. Banks will be rushing to lower interest rates, but it's too little too late. Because reports came out. They're telling everybody recession, 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 recession. No, that is not that is not the truth. Here's the truth, and economists are saying it now. 2026 will be a repeat of 1929. What happened in 1929? The Great Depression. And what followed 1929? World War. World War. War with Germany. What is going on right now in most places all over the world? Political tension, civil unrest, and military positioning itself everywhere. You have countries all over Europe now imposing draft, mandatory draft, through a lottery. United States is pushing Congress to make changes to the law so that they could implement a draft lottery. Canada will follow because England is implementing the draft that's coming soon, which means Trinidad and Tobago will have no choice but to implement a draft, and the Caribbean, all while the entire economy is crashing in the United States. Donald Trump said if we have to pay back even a percentage of the money that we took in tariffs, it will be a worse depression than they faced in 1929. It will completely destroy America. And that's not counting the civil unrest in the United States right now. Unemployment skyrocketing. Agriculture is collapsing. Why? Because the same people they say were invading their nation and robbing America and thieving and stealing all the jobs. They were the same people doing those jobs for next to nothing and doing a blasted job that no American will do. It had no American go work in a pine field. That ain't gonna happen. It had no American that could go and work in a cane field, give him a cutlass and say go. That ain't happening. It had no America go and stand there and pick tomato and all kind of thing all day. That is not happening. And it had no blasted American go do a general labor job for next to blasted nothing. And build a damn country. Pay taxes. And then they can't get one thing from it. And you throw them out. Now you have a massive unemployment problem. You have a massive problem. You say, well, we get Americans to do the job. That is not possible because they're too blasted lazy. They're too lazy. Number one. And number two, they lack the skill to do the job. Because all of them want to be doctor and lawyer and influencer. They lack no skills to do anything. They can't do nothing without that kiss-me-ass phone in their hand. So now your infrastructure is falling apart. You have civil unrest in your country. You have America talking about socialism and how it's bad for the country and communism. But New York elected a communist mayor. And Donald Trump had him in the White House and was kissing the blasted bottom. But he run to tell people communism and socialism is evil. And we're going to save the people. Ask Poland and those countries like that who were forced under socialism. Socialism, Marxism, socialism, communism are all one and the same. Ask anybody in Poland what they think of that. Go ask Cubans what they think of that. Go ask Venezuelans what they think of that. Go ask them and see. But he would be a great mayor. A great mayor. The man who say he want to take all the money from white people. For no other reason than because they're white. And reappropriate it to everybody else. Because white people cause all the problem. Okay. If you're white, you're going to pay more taxes because you're more fortunate. But you know how hard them had to work to get what they have? You don't know. Hundreds upon hundreds of millions of dollars leave New York. Massive corporations leave New York. You can't get a job now. Crime skyrocketing. He's talking about giving leniency to criminals based on ethnicity. That's how that works. A judge let a man go in the States because you see he had an unfair deal because of his ethnicity. He was unfairly judged and society judged him unfairly and he needs a chance. We can't lock up everybody. What a man do? A young girl, a young white girl dousing gasoline and lights you on fire. Arrested more than 30 something times. The prosecution say, no, put this man in jail. He's a danger to society. Go to white girl dousing gasoline and light you on fire. She die. America. You have leaders in the military now seeking counsel and legal advice because they say if Donald Trump gives what they deem an illegal order, do they have the right to ignore it and refuse it? And what it states is that you have an obligation to the Constitution of America, not the president, the Constitution. And if anything the president gives you as an order goes against the Constitution, you must ignore it. Because the government and the Department of Justice cannot grant you immunity because that has no validity in any federal court or international court. So you will be held responsible and you will face charges. They say it was drug boat. Now the identities of the people are coming out. Bus drivers, fishermen. a young cadet. All of them trying to make extra money. Deep sea fishing. Drug boat. Almost 100 men get killed in that. Almost 100 people get killed in that water. Breaking every law known to man. Because Donald Trump says so. Donald Trump forcing a regime change in Venezuela, which is illegal. You can't do that. That breaks every law. But because he says so, that's fine. You have Congress right now rushing impeachment charges against, rushing to file impeachment against Donald Trump already. The economy is so far gone, it cannot be saved. Cannot. It will collapse. Your military is going against you because they know what you want to do is illegal. You have officers resigning. And then when you have senators coming out and telling the military, you must refuse any illegal order, you want to threaten them. Say sedition, treason, and they should face execution. And then when your Department of Justice, Pam Bondi, whoever she blasted name is, pretend to be Christian, refuse to do anything, you want to post on the internet and all over the place, why you're not doing your job? Arrest somebody. You talk about military, what do you call it? Political lawfare. But you're doing the same blasted thing. Same exact thing. You want to declare a lot of these people terrorist organizations, but you accepting a $500 million plane from Qatar, which funds terrorism and houses the leaders of these terrorist factions in their own country. And Saudi Arabia, who has been investigated for sponsoring terrorism. And your son-in-law, who just do a $2 billion deal with Saudi Arabia. You want to talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. She made $20 million while she was here. You generate billions of dollars while you were there. Billions. Not to mention the $2 billion your son-in-law just make. And the over $150 million your ex-wife Ivanka Trump make with China. And your son, Barron Trump, making real money because now you're going to acquire TikTok, make it American, and he is going to be put in a senior position, as well as insider trading, which he is being investigated for with crypto. Oh, rumors are. Rumors. You spend your whole life circumventing the law, finding loopholes to do business. And now you're doing the same thing in government. But unlike your job, it's not a couple thousand people that's going to suffer. No, no, no. It's the entire nation. And the Democrats are no better. They're just as blasted dotish. They want to print and spend money and destroy the country. You want to start a war and not only destroy other nations, but destroy your own in the process. And why am I bringing that up? Why am I spending so much time talking about Donald Trump? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because our dotish government, their standard, and what they have said, their standing, we will back up the United States 100%. Well, madam, I hope you're serious about that one. And I hope you will get up and jump on your broom, magic carpet, and fly your ass to America, you know. I really hope so. Because come next year, there will be a depression. And that will destroy every nation that has a financial attachment to the United States. The US dollar will be toilet paper. The world economy is crashing. Every nation is in debt. And it also coincides with this whole climate change, that every nation went into debt paying for, which increased the credit problems. The banks are asking for bailouts. Massive companies are asking for bailouts, and the government will give them money. But the small operation by the neighborhood store, and they don't get 1 cent. No, you have to pay. But the big ones, we will pay them. You listen to other nations telling you about carbon pricing and green hydrogen, when they themselves in their own reports and scientific reports have proven that is a lie and can never be accomplished. Never. What they are doing is something called blue hydrogen, which uses natural gas to produce hydrogen. And is more environmentally devastating. Moreover, it ruins everything that they have to use. The hydrogen deteriorates everything from electronics to the actual storage tank. And you cannot store it safely, which makes transportation damn near impossible. Which shows me it's another way just as thief money. And that will drive up the cost. Well, big corporations like BlackRock and Vanguard and so on, they invest in hundreds of billions of dollars in fossil fuel. And America is going to war with Venezuela for what? Oil. Why? Because that's the only way they can try and save the economy. But that has fallen through as well. Because the whole world knows it is illegal. You can't go there. Which creates a problem for the government of Trinidad and Tobago. Why, madam? You were complicit. You were complicit. Which could possibly put you and your government in significant legal hot water. It's not just hot water, you know. That pot bubbling, you know. Because you were complicit. You allowed a foreign nation, which is threatening the invasion of another nation and committing extrajudicial killings, to conduct these actions in our water from our soil. And your law, the Status of Forces Agreement, states you have to give them permission to be there. So you are an accomplice. And you can't say, I didn't know. Go and tell the International Criminal Court I'll cuff you down. Go tell them that now, madam. Go tell them that. So when I tell all you, things going to get bad, all you don't know. That is why I keep telling all you, make sure you have food. Make sure you know how to grow your own food. Make sure you have access to water. Make sure. Come next year, The whole thing crashing down. And when America fall, they go take Trinidad with them. And every other nation that has a financial tie or investment in America. They have destroyed their nation. And they go take all it with them. While all you're listening to this blasted government telling you one set of nastiness, climate change, global warming, all this. When these statistics and the science do back up what they had to say. But they will make it fit so they could thief more money. They worry about all this thing, but they can't fix the road. They worry about climate change, but they can't fix the school. They worry about climate change, but they might have no blasted doctors and nurses. They worry about climate change, but the old age home, they don't have people there to take care of. We old people that spend their whole life working and paying into the government and paying taxes and raising children and teaching. And we don't have the money to take care of. We old people. We auntie and uncle. We don't have money for that. But she have money to give Europe for carbon pricing, which is going into effect January 1st, by the way. Which means as of January 1st, everything in Trinidad and Tobago is going to be more expensive. Everything. It will affect everything. Fertilizer, all carbon-based material will have to pay carbon pricing, which will result in billions of dollars in taxes. Billions. And where you think that money coming from? From you. So that money they supposedly going and make from this oil deal, they paying almost all of that in tax. Well, ExxonMobil wouldn't have to pay $1. That will cripple Pitch Lake. That will cripple ammonia. That will cripple the fertilizer industry. That will cripple farming. Agriculture will be crippled because of that. But as a madman, I tell all you, fed up, see, follow the money. Follow the dollar. Every country pushing towards this digital bullshit for a reason. They must collapse the system to introduce a new one. And when they do, they will control it. And they could cut off your money at any point. Go and rush and buy gold. Go and rush and buy gold, jewelry, and all this kind of thing. Go and buy it. I promise you. When depression come and when things start to happen, they will come and seize it from you. You can't keep it. They will take it. If they want your land, they will come and take it. You can't do nothing. And then they will come for your food too, you know. They will come for everything. And they will take it. I'm telling you, things going to get bad. And it's not just the war you had to worry about. Because Donald Trump yesterday dropped millions of leaflets in Venezuela. And in every case when they do that, what followed? A war. Given the fact they are going into a depression, they're only saving grace, and in every case, a war followed. Wait and see. So, Mr. Lighthouse, bad signal, sobers. Where's the conjecture? Where's the conjecture? So, Miss Nusari, Lighthouse, Black Hulk, Randy, thank you and you're welcome. And well, we're gonna leave the next Alexander alone. He autistic, he retarded, eh? He bad boy, he bad. You know what? They need the money that to buy him a new helmet. He mash up the old one, so they need a new one. Eh? So, get all the autistic Avengers. When you're going to tell Trinidad and Tobago that their country is on the verge of complete collapse, when are you going to say that? When are you going to tell them that next year things are going to be completely unaffordable because of all your actions? And then you're going to blame the PNM. Or you're going to threaten to cuff them down. A woman, she has said to blow him up. She has said that. No. She had those words. She say, do something about this. That's what she said. Do something about this. And you get the Black Hulk to chuck your bottom with some gamma radiation and swell up and thing and go on and hold the woman and lock she up. But you could be in government and threaten another member of parliament to physically assault them and face no repercussions? Do as I say, not as I do, eh? Well, madam, let me see, you want to play bad woman? Let me see how bad you is. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Madam, as all you lying and telling Trinidadians saying, I no war, the war starting. Because Donald Trump have no choice, he need the oil. Then United States will face charges by the International Criminal Court along with the military. And then all supporting nations. Which means you, Miss Nusari, and the autistic Avengers will face charges because you allowed it to happen from your water. You allowed it to be conducted from our land, as well as Puerto Rico will face charges. St. Croix will face charges, and every other nation that allowed America to conduct these actions from their land and their port, the government will face charges. And Trinidadians and Tobagonians are sitting back and watching the complete destruction of Trinidad and the Caribbean as a whole. But you want to believe nothing is going to happen. You think we'll have a Caribbean. You think we'll have no Trinidad. You think we'll have no Jamaica, no St. Lucia, no Grenada, no Martinique, no Antigua and Barbuda, no Dominican Republic, no Puerto Rico. They will turn the entire Caribbean into Haiti because of nastiness like all. And when America's economy crashes next year, please God. Because madam, they try to plug a hole with a piece of chewing gum. And now the whole damn crack. And it don't matter how much finger and toe and bubble gum and thing you want to stick up in there. The dam about to break. and you can't stop it. And it's going to wipe out everything in its path, along with the world economy, because everything is priced on the US dollar. So you will see a complete financial collapse, and you're doing nothing to prepare Trinbagonians, and you're doing nothing to save our economy or our nation, because you're selling it and giving it away. You're handing everything away, and you're allowing illegal actions to be conducted in our water, from our land, and you're putting our soldiers in danger by following illegal orders that goes against every law, including the Trinidad Constitution. And you have the brass to call Maduro a criminal when you and the PNM have completely crippled Trinidad and Tobago's economy. And you will see the destruction of Trinidad and Tobago's economy when America's economy crashes next year. That is the truth. So if you feel there's only war, all you have to worry about, I keep telling all you, follow the money. And the maths showing a depression, a worldwide depression. Brought on by Mystery Babylon, the United States of America. And don't be surprised if America don't exist soon enough, because the country will collapse, the economy will crash. Don't be surprised. And Trinidad economy will crash. And everybody in Trinidad who think you have and think you're good and think you go to your bank account, it don't have $1 in there. You go and look for investment, it has nothing. Wait and see. That is what this nasty government is doing by following America and Europe. Look at the state of their countries, and you want to follow? You have to be the stupidest woman in history. You watching a man walking off a bridge and going and kill himself, and you go and follow him? Because he tells you, don't worry, it's only a 300-foot fall, it's water. Water soft, you know. We go land and splash and we go be fine, don't worry. You taking Trinidad and Tobago off of a cliff financially, and you'll thief $1 billion in 5 months, and Lord knows how much more. You're blaming Venezuelan for the crime in Trinidad when it's the local gangs and the judicial system that refuses to deal with it. You imprisoning people for simple fines and simple charges and keeping them in jail for years without due process. But you want to point finger. You talk about a woman who give your address, show a picture of your house and say deal with this, but you could go into parliament and threaten another member of government. I will cuff you down, physically threaten him and not face charges. What the Black Hulk now? Where Mr. Gamma radiation? Why you don't get off your backside and do your blasted job and charge the Prime Minister? So you can't do that. They have immunity in Parliament. Do as I say, not as I do. They work for we and making big money They coming in there and leaving wealthy and impoverishing a nation. And because of her words and her actions, Trinidad and Tobago will be financially destroyed next year. Wait and see. But make sure you have. Make sure you can grow food. Learn the old skills that your grandparents and they had. They know how to grow food. They know how to take care of the land. They know how to make sure that they have. Listen to them. Talk to them. Learn again. Learn it. Because if you can't feed a nation, you don't have a nation. And 80% of the food in Trinidad and Tobago is imported. Can't feed the country. Which means 80% of the people will starve. That is the maths. That is the reality. Learn. Learn. You could have all the education and all the money, but if you can't feed yourself, you're going to starve. And what money you think you have and what you think you save up and what you good, I promise you the government could take it. I promise you that. And they will. The same exact thing happened in the Depression. I promise you. Learn. God give you 2 hands. Give you a brain. Give you eyes, ears, and a mouth. Use it. Learn. As always, I love all you too bad. All you know that. I love all my brothers and sisters. Latin America, Caribbean, all over the world. All always one people. The illusion is that we're different. It's an illusion to create delusion, to divide. Because together we aspire, together we achieve, but divided, all our we go fall together. Come, they want chaos. They want confusion. They want all of we running around like chicken with your head cut off, while they know everything is coming to a complete standstill and everything will collapse. That is why them building bunkers and underground cities and all kind of thing with the trillions of dollars they tell all year was going into global warming. Them prepared to leave. And they go leave all of we behind. You could think this is conspiracy. Wait and see. The gospel say they will hide in the mountain, under the mountain, and say, save us. Save us. But the Lord Father say, keep your eyes trained on the sky and look for the signs and rejoice. But the Son of Man returns soon. Wait and see. Wait and see. So God bless all you. God guide all you, and God, most importantly, keep all you safe. Grant all your love, strength, and compassion. All of we one people. God make all of we that make we brother and sister. Love your brother and sister as you love yourself. Don't fight each other. Don't hate one another. Regardless of how wayward, don't hate your brother and sister. Don't fight your brother and sister. Love your brother and sister. Take care of one another. And give thanks. And pray for them. But don't fight them. They could hold some away. But they can't hold all away. And united, they can't stop. We are destroying nothing, you know. Them do it. Them create crime. Them create poverty. Them destroy the economy. Them destroy everything around here you see it. Greed. Ego. Pride. And pride caused the devil to fall. You feel man could fight pride? Pride, greed, envy. They did that. Because the system we fight in is not a system created by man. A system created by evil himself. And if you can't see that, then I can't help you. We don't wrestle against flesh and blood. Remember that. Principalities of evil. The system. All of it, no matter what form it takes. Capitalism, socialism, communism, Marxism. Is a different side of the same coin. Evil. Everyone will suffer for a few to gain power and wealth. They don't care about you. So don't divide yourselves further. Come together. Ask for guidance. Pray for guidance. And the Lord Father in his strength and wisdom will guide me. But open your eye. Put away what you could put away. Save what you could save. Start growing your own food. Start preparing, because next year you go see something your great-grandparents see. Your grandparents see, but has not been seen in decades. You will see the complete economic collapse of the United States and almost the entire world. And if you think it bad now, wait and see when desperation hit people. Wait and see. And they know. But them are telling you. So, I'll give all the updates on what's going on in Venezuela. How some things are falling right now. But I keep in track. I'm going to let all you know. As always, all you take care. All my love, I love all you too bad. Bad too bad. God bless. Take it easy, Jed.